Hello everybody, my name's Kanomanika and welcome back to the unboxing, where today it's not really an unboxing. We're looking at the box and we'll have a later segment where we look at the product itself, but we're not going to actually be opening any boxes because it's a Lego set and I don't unbox Lego sets properly. But yeah, this is actually one of my most anticipated items of the year. I've really wanted to get my hands on this. Because I have been following this line of product for a while. Not Ninjago specifically, but the Titan Mech series. If you don't know, because this is just an action figure channel usually, the Titan Mech series is essentially Ninjago's big bombastic mech line. It's been primarily designed by a guy who goes by Tooth Dominoes online. I forget his full name. His first name's Nick, I know that much. But I don't know his full name. I am so sorry. But his designs have been fucking masterful. He didn't design all of them. Like, I think the Lloyd one, I don't think he designed that one. But ever since the Zane one, he has been designing them, and they have been pushing the limits of what Lego buildable figures can be. They are these nice, large, chunky things. Though they have still had their flaws, they have been some of the best things Lego's been putting out. But now, we have one that I can call unequivocally great, at least from what I've seen in promotional shots and reviews and whatnot. So join me today as we take a quick look at the LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising set number 71821, Cole's Titan Dragon Mech. Yeah, this is a Cole set. For those of you who don't know, Cole is probably one of the less marketed ninja. He's the Ninja of Earth or whatever. And yeah, he's finally getting one of these Titan mechs. They've done one for Zane, they've done one for Lloyd, they've done one for Jay. They kind of sort of did one for Neo with the Samurai X mech, but it counts. It's very similar in style. And now they're doing one for Cole. And for some reason they were like, hey, let's make this one the best one, because Nick is moving apparently to like a more conceptual design role rather than like actual set design, which is a bit unfortunate, but hopefully others will fill in the slack and fill in the void, especially since this set exists, and from the outset of it, it looks like it's going to be better than basically anything else Lego's ever produced when it comes to a buildable mech. So yeah, at the front, you've got your usual Ninjago Dragons Rising Wave 3, Year 2, Part 2, whatever. Packaging. You got the Lego logo, the Ninjago Dragons Rising right there, with like some sort of tapestry behind it. On the corner, you've got a Tournament Lloyd / the Source Dragon Emotion. I know these things, I did my research. And this lightning bolt, which splits the logo from the main image of the set. Thankfully, since this isn't an 18 plus set, they actually were willing to give it a cool packaging design. So they did that. You can see the bits of the wings poking out into the logo itself. You've got all your usual information. The age range, though this video is for adults, so fuck off if you're not one. You get the set number, the name of the set, the number of pieces, and the fact that it's a building toy. You get an image of the mech itself with its massive fucking sword. And in the corner, you've got the singular minifigure. The main criticism that a lot of people have for this set is that it only has one minifigure. I don't give a shit, though, because other than that, this set is pushing the boundary of what a Lego set can be, so I don't care if this had, like, an extra one or two random, like, Wolf Ninja Warrior characters or whatever, because this is the point of the set right here. This is a buildable figure. I only need the figure. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, on this side, you get your typical Dragons Rising side, or this wave side, or whatever. You've got an image of Tournament Cole. There's like a tournament going on during this wave, apparently, so the only promotional images they have are of their tournament suits. This is not the suit he wears in the set. I think this minifigure only comes in like one really overpriced set. But yeah, Tournament Cole. On this side, we have the sword just continuing. I kind of wish it continued onto the back, but you also have the rest of the Source Dragon Emotion up there. You can see its claw and its wing. More lightning. Cole Robot, Cole Mech. I guess that's the name of the set in other places. Or the name of the minifigure, I guess. Let me stand up so that we can get a better look at the bottom and the top. at the bottom, it's probably just going to be, yeah, it's just, like, information. You got your barcode, you got, like, you can recycle the box, app information. On the top, though, you get a 1-to-1 scale for the minifigure, right there. And you got the minifigure holding up the sword, which is very fun and cute. However, what's important here is looking at the back, which, while it's fairly sparse, it's another nice pose and nice angle for the mech. I kind of wish they included more posing images and posing options on this side of the package. But the one pose is fine. I mean, the two poses, technically, because it also includes Cole just kind of sitting there. And it also shows a size comparison, which shows that this thing is 17.5 inches tall. Or 45 centimeters, if you live anywhere but America, which is fair and valid. Yeah. But yeah, this thing looks immaculate. And, I mean, like, some people won't tell you this, I think only Jings brought it up, but this is a good deal for the size of mech that you're getting. It's only like $100 for something that's about perfect grade sized. And those things tend to be like $150 to $200 depending on where you look. So yeah, this is a good deal, I think. But yeah, I'm excited to build this. I've been wanting to get my hands on it for a while, and I'm getting it right at the end of the year, so hopefully that won't mess with lists too much. Anyways, I already have a prediction that it'll end up on my top 15 or whatever list. I'm already thinking about how I'm going to script that, and the options and whatnot for that video, but we'll get there when we get there. Given when this video is probably releasing, you'll probably have already seen it. But yeah, that's the box itself. I'm not going to unbox it because it'll just be unwrapping it and it'll be a bunch of plastic bags, and that's kind of lame to look at. So what we're going to do is not call this an unboxing. We are going to take this package, pick it up, move it to the other room, move it elsewhere, where I have a little bit more room and a little bit less, like, bullshit all over the place. And we're going to build it, and then I will get back to you with my findings and discoveries, somewhat like that Brutaka unboxing, or the Optimus Prime unboxing. But yeah, I hope to see you there in like a second, but for me it'll be a little bit because this is a fairly complex build. Bye-bye! And we're back. Yeah. After a bit of a build process, for you that didn't seem quickly, but for me it was about a day's worth of building, like half a day's worth of building, really. But also just having a couple days to myself to just kind of really get used to the mech and get my feelings on it. Yeah. Yeah. But first, since this is a stupid Lego video, I guess we gotta look at the stupid Lego minifigure. This set, again, only comes with one, which is somewhat controversial, but I don't mind. Because I'm not playing with the minifigure, I'm playing with the mech as a figure. Anyways, Here's the minifigure it comes with. It's a bit out of the light of the shot because of lighting situations. This is a Mech Cole. Cole is usually colored in like black. Let's look at that right there. But yeah, he's usually the ninja who wears black. But as you can see, he's mostly white. He does still have black in his hood, but he mostly is focusing on his secondary color orange as well as just like Titan Mech white. Let's get some light on him. All dramatic like. Come on. Yeah, there you go. If it'll focus at all, it loves this box. Sorry, this is a bad bit, but there you are. As you can see, it's very nicely printed. It's using some neat armor tricks. I haven't gotten this armor before, even though I know it's from something else. It's from like a different character or whatever. The printing on the torso is also very nice. I do like how it looks like a mechanical armor. Again, it does fit the mech pilot aesthetic fairly well. It's just a bit weird that Cole's wearing so much white, I guess, but I don't mind it. I also, as a side note, really like the Dragon's Rising style eye pieces. These like kind of Sentai glowy eyes. He has a double-sided face, where it's the glowy eyes. If it'll focus, the glowy eyes, and a normal smiling Cole face, which you can just have those eyes, but I really like the cool glowy eyes. I just think they add a lot of dynamism to these character designs. But yeah, it's a nice minifigure, and it's exclusive, I guess, if that's all that matters. I like how he looks. Anyways, that's not really why we're here, though. He does come with 2 orange katanas, but I currently have them stored on the mech, and I didn't want to unstore them. But what we're here for is the main event, the figure itself. Cole's Titan Dragon Mech. And, yeah, this thing is quite impressive. Obviously, I have, like, qualms with it, but since it's a Lego figure, I am willing to forgive a lot of them. First off, the color scheme is really strong. It's able to integrate the white in a really interesting way. All the Titan mechs are, like, meant to have white, so they all have it except for, I guess if you count Neo's mech, which the creator does, so I'm gonna count it. But, like, it doesn't really super fit in with the color scheme because it doesn't have any of that white, but as you can see, the white on Cole's Titan Dragon Mech is blocked wonderfully. It kind of goes out to the extremities, where, like, it has this really strong flaming core or whatever, while it starts to cool down into the white as you reach those extremities. I mean, it's kind of like that, but, like, the other way around. Or, like, the center's charred while the outer layer has, like, that nice white. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that it's very nicely done. It looks great. This mech looks fucking awesome. There's, like, the only mech of Nick's that I think I like slightly more is maybe Nia's, and it's kind of going back and forth for me. Aesthetically, this thing is just aesthetically perfect, but it's not just an aesthetic masterpiece. It also can just move, which is, like, something that a mech this price should be able to do, but most just can't. So, in terms of articulation, the most limited is the shoulders. They're able to rotate all the way around. However, with the wing pack, they can only get up, like, so far, which is fine enough. You're able to make it work, especially if you remove the wing pack. If you want the most articulation, you should do that. Yeah, it's only able to go up so far. The wings, I should note those as well. There are a double ball joint, which essentially acts as a hinge, which allows them to flap in and out if you need to get them out of the way. And each of the blades is on a hinged wing piece. I really like the wings, the striker pack, essentially, that it has, because it's very Gundam Seed inspired. It removes just like a Gundam Seed wing pack. But yeah, it adds so much presence. It's going out of the frame, I know, but it adds a lot of presence and, like, shelf weight to it for something that's so weird and gappy. Anyways, the head is on double joints. It's on a hinge down at the bottom so you can get it out of the way, and it's at a ball joint at the top. I love this fucking head. It looks amazing. It's very well sculpted while also fitting into the aesthetic of the other mechs, but also something that no one has noted for some reason. It has fucking light piping. There's a clear block there at the back, which pipes into that orange in the front. It's got fucking light piping. This mech has light piping. This mech has fucking everything. Anyways, yeah, the shoulders on your hinge up and out, and it's able to swivel all the way around. Something new for any Lego mech is that they have dedicated bicep and thigh swivels. Sorry, I'm a bit of a mess right now. They have dedicated bicep and thigh swivels. This feels so nice. It's on a ratchet, but it's a very smooth ratchet. It's able to just swivel. It is astounding. The elbows are double jointed on these smaller ratchet joints. The hands are on ball joints. Yes, separately articulated hands. Sometimes Lego mechs don't have this, but whatever. And it has a hinging thumb and 3 hinging fingers. We'll get to the sword in a second, because I also love that, but we'll get there. I bumped the camera. Sorry about that. Anyways. The front skirts are on a ball joint, which you're able to get up about that far. The side skirts are on a hinge, which you're able to go up that far. The legs have full movement. They've been re-engineered from previous mechs, which were only able to splay out so far, because older mechs would put the disc on the leg, which only allows it to go up so far. However, this one put the disc in the center of, like, the hips. So that means the hinge is closer to the leg itself. So that means it's able to go out that far, forward this far, and back all the way as well. It is amazing. Again, thigh swivels. It's got a knee bend, which has become standard for this size of mech, essentially, unless it's like a combo mech. But also, it has a part-separated knee, which is able to hinge outward like a fucking Gunpla Master Grade kit. And that's just amazing. And the ankles are also fully articulated and have, like, a little bit of hinging armor, and it's like, it is so amazing. And, like, so much of it is using techniques that have existed. Like, some of it's new. Like, the bicep and thigh swivels are utilizing very new parts that I think were introduced, like in 2024, the year this released, so that's fine. But, like, the ankles are fully articulated because they're using joints, using the piston tendon parts. Let me swivel it around a little bit. They're using these piston tendon parts that have been around for Build-A-Full figures specifically since 2006. And it's like, we're finally bringing them back. And it's like, so welcome to be back, because it allows for the stability of the feet that LEGO really prioritizes, which is also greatly appreciated. But it also allows it to just have posability, because they're essentially acting as, like, tendons. It is so fucking smart. And again, there are limits. I wish these shoulder pads were articulated like an SH Figuarts shoulder pad, where it's able to slightly move out of the way to allow the shoulder pad to be there, but allow the arm to move out all the way. But, like, it's a Lego set. I'm willing to make some concessions because it is a Lego set and made out of Lego bricks. But yeah, this set is so ingenious. And I've also got to talk about the sword. First off, it is a bit large. There we go. It is made out of a ornithopter blade from Dune, as many have noted, but in gold. They were just like, hey, I really want to use... The designer was just like, hey, I really want to use that part for a sword, so I might as well do it now. So yeah, it's fucking massive. But also, the sword has fucking articulation. It, since it's so heavy and big, it uses a, like, hook, essentially, to hook it into the hand, but if you want to get the sword into different configurations alongside the hand, it has 2 swivel points. At the blade, and at the hilt. Well, not at the hilt, so just at the blade, sorry. I am a liar. I'm a liar. But it has a swivel point at the blade to allow the sword to pose around however you need it to for the hands. And it's just like, oh my god. It is so nice and user-friendly and wonderful. This is a new peak, but also a new standard. I need my big, expensive $100 LEGO mechs, unless they're doing some other gimmick, like doing a combiner or whatever, to be like this. Or else I will kill the LEGO group. I will stab them to death. Because, like, I think there's a market for this sort of, like, again, it's marked as 12 plus, which is fairly old for these usual Lego mechs. I'm pretty sure previous ones were at most 10 plus-ish. Don't quote me on that. But that sounds about right to me. Let me... Do I actually have one of those boxes? Let me get a little bit distant as I go throughout my room and hope sound quality doesn't explode too much. I got this one from the Lloyd Mech. The Lloyd and Aaron's Ninja Team Mech. That's marked as 9 plus. I think the same goes for the original Zane's Titan Mech. That one might be at most 10 plus. But yeah, these mechs, having a mech that's for 12 plus audiences is fucking great. Because it just means it gets to be a strong, good action figure. This video is for at least 13-year-olds. So, get the fuck out if you haven't. But, yeah, I recommend this mech to anybody who's cool with mechs, action figures, and building them. This thing was a joy to build. The build experience was really fun. It wasn't super revolutionary, but it was doing a bunch of new things that Lego mechs hadn't done before. And it's like, yeah, let's do this now, please. And very much has inspired if I ever want to do more mocks. This is how I would make a mech like this out of bricks. Though there were, like, again, gasping out loud moments. I pointed out the light piping because it was just like, this thing has light piping? And it's like, yeah, that's what I live for when building a model like this. Those little, like, that's so clever moments. So yeah, I recommend this heavily. Go out there, get Cole's Titan Dragon mech, even if you don't give a shit about Cole. He is alive, and he is not gay in the show, but he is gay here because this robot is fucking awesome. I love it. Sorry. Again, there are smaller problems, like it does tear certain smaller parts off, but as long as you're careful, you'll be fine. Mainly like this part and the part behind the elbow, but as long as you're careful, you'll be fucking fine. Just don't be stupid. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very weird, very rambly, but I hope it made sense at least a little bit. Let me know what you think of this mech, of Lego in general, in the comments below. Let me know if I should make more Lego videos like it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this non-unboxing video. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully. Bye-bye!